And we are back. This is Thorn with the Game Design Lexicon. I'm currently playing me some Sword of Fargoal, at least for the next 30 minutes now. I hope your Friday's going okay. Mine's not bad. Mine's not bad. I finally had the Texas Workforce Rehabilitation Commission contact me, which is nice. It's nice. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, I got 46 hit points. What am I worried about? Attack me, you bastard. Oh, of course he's going to steal my gold. So yeah, those are all the shows that I actually saved that I've watched already, that I've just recently rewatched. Of course, before I downloaded them, I'd seen them all before. So it's like none of those are new to me. Those are all shows that I've rewatched at least once and saved knowing that I'm going to watch them again in the near future, you know? And those aren't the only shows that I've gone through. I've downloaded, you know, a decent amount of recent, or not recent stuff, but nostalgic stuff that I thought would be nice. And a lot of it I either didn't make it through it or wasn't sure that I'm going to save it. I have a few other ones too. Let's see. I have a few other ones too that I'm currently going through. Like I have the animated Tick series that I'm going through, as well as the live action Tick series. I'm rewatching the Boondocks again, which I'm probably gonna save. Rewatching C-Lab 2021 again, which I'm probably gonna not save. Oh, Fooly Cooly, I forgot about that one. The only anime in my collection, Fooly Cooly. Great. So that is a list of recent media that I've delved in. Fooly Cooly's the best anime ever, by the way. If you've never seen Fooly Cooly, you should subscribe to Crunchyroll and watch it, or pirate it if you have to. But man, it's the best anime ever. Not a lot of animes I'll watch that'll tear me up. So, oh, nice! Found the temple finally. See how far I can make it in 30 minutes. Probably end up dying again. We'll see. Okay. Oh, weak hobgoblin. Hobgoblin. It's hard to say. Okay, let's go down. Why not go down? Why not go down? Still need to find me a bag of holding. What level am I on? 3? Yeah, I'm not gonna make it very far. Probably going to end up pushing myself because I know this is the last 30-minute block I'm going to do and end up eating it. And then having to start a new game, which is going to suck. Yeah, I also did, I found Farscape. I think you can watch it all on YouTube now. So I have a playlist that has the entire Farscape. On this game, I'm pretty sure on this game, when I was younger and played it back in the day, like in the 80s, I've made it all the way down and up. But there's a caveat to that. So this is written in Commodore Basic, meaning that I can actually break the running of the program, stop it running, and I can modify variables in it. So I can like add certain amounts to my hit points and stuff like that by, typing in formulas for my hit points, like HP equals HP plus 20. So I'm sure that at the time that I was able to get all the way down to the bottom and up again, I was cheating. So there's that. Jeez. Oh shit, I found a bag of holding, didn't I? Nice. I can now carry more than 100 gold. Must not be a lot of monsters on this level. The Jaws theme is going pretty quick. Not that I'm going to complain. Weak gargoyle. You notice now that I'm, now that I did that level above, these guys aren't surviving very long against my onslaught. Not that I'm going to complain. Holy shit, this is a tiny level. Oh, there's a down... Oh, wait a second. There's a way down here I haven't gone. Okay, there we go. Oh, nice. Deposit all my gold. Oh, look at this. Look at money bags here. Oh my god. So yeah, this one's kind of cool in the sense that I think it uses sprites for custom sprites for your characters and all the monsters. But everything else is the character set for the Commodore 64. They just have a, so it's very much like a roguelike in the sense that it's just using Commodore ASCII. The only difference is they actually use a custom character set, so you can tell the text is very medieval. So they modify the character set. Oh, nice. And they modify certain characters so they can have walls and stuff like that. Those are all custom characters. I think the walls are like $signs that have been changed into wall textures and stuff. It's really interesting the way they do it. Because, of course, the character set is embedded into the ROM of the Commodore 64. But, even though it's embedded into the ROM, you can still modify it. And you can load in your own custom set. So it's almost like they have their own graphics pre-made in there. They don't have to waste memory by putting more graphics that they don't need, because they can just take unused characters and make it look like, since everything's tile-based, just like Rogue, they can use keyboard graphics, which, of course, you're going to steal that from, the original Rogue or roguelike paradigm. But they can still make it look nice by modifying the, come on, 52, 50, weak gargoyle, gone. Nice. Nope, don't want to go down yet. Yeah, and X-Man mentioned it earlier. I do want to, man, I really do want to sit down with Godot and make something similar. At least, like this, or one of the other ones that I was thinking about making a kind of a clone of was like Telengard, which is really similar. I think Telengard, though, doesn't have randomly generated levels. I think the levels in Telengard are static. Okay, let's grab this gold here that I left behind. I'm trying to hurry here. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. 2 in a row. 2 in a row. Gotta love that. At least I didn't lose my map. Is that it? We done? No, got a little bit more. Oh, no, what kind of joke you got there for me? Oh, sounds like we're free of monsters, though. Oh, yeah, ceiling trap. You gonna make me lose my map? No, thank God. Okay, let's get out of here. Next level. I said I was gonna pull out the manual and read it during the break, and I never did, man. I'm such a friggin' ADHD embattled person. Oh, what are you doing? 28 vanquished. Okay. Let's go down, even though my hit points aren't great. Maybe we can get a decent amount. Last game I got to, what, like level 8, I believe? Or not last game, but the first game I played, I got to like level 8 or so. I think it's level 20 is what I want to think. Let's see, Game GIGO. Let's see, manuals, PC, Sword of Fargoal. There it is. Of course, my joystick doesn't work unless the application is in the foreground. Which sucks, because it's not that means it's not reading the raw input from the joystick. Some emulators work even if they're in the background. I'm trying to pull up the manual. Oh, son of a bitch. Guess I can go heal on that temple. Give it a little bit of fast forward here. 32 should be fine for now. We'll see how that goes. Okay, more stairs down. So yeah, I think the stairs down, the temple, the pit trap, The falling ceiling, I think those are all keyboard graphics too. I think the only thing that's an actual sprite are the characters. And you can tell that because the characters overlap the rest of the other tiles, so they're actually, they have a layer above that it's on. I think the sprite layers go above the keyboard graphics layers, I think is how it works. Which is really interesting. It's really interesting how they do it. The way the Commodore is laid out is really interesting. I got to know it fairly intimately in school. I wish, I really wish that when I was a kid I could have learned it a lot better. Because as far as computers go, if you really want to learn, like, the base architecture of a computer, using one of these old 8-bit systems is great for that. Teach you how their chipsets interconnected, and you know how it works and everything on an assembly language level. Because Commodore assembly is like really simple. I think there's like 20 or 30 instructions, I want to say, which is amazing. Because I think the modern Intel chipset, ooh, enchanted weapon, that's awesome. The modern Intel chipset, the instruction set for them is oh, you are an asshole, dude. Huge. The instruction set for it's huge. Just totally unwieldy. And, I mean, there are reasons behind that. The Intel had to remain backwards compatible, so every instruction that was ever on an Intel had to make it into the newer ones, with the exception of the 16 to 32-bit jump when they decided to stop supporting old 16-bit applications. Yeah, now that I've actually leveled up a bit, it seems that I'm doing fine on most of these creatures. I don't know what it was with that last game, and the fact that I was just having so much trouble. Like, it's not happening on this one. And my first game was like that, too. My first game, I was kind of breezing through a lot of this stuff. Like, monsters were not giving me that much of an issue. But yeah, it was fun. So we had these classes when I was in school. One of them was it Advanced Architecture? One of them was Advanced Architecture. The other one was Hardware. No. Oh, Compiler Theory. So one of them was one of them was Architecture, or Hardware, basically. And then the other one was Compiler Theory, and they were both part 1 and part 2 of the same class, right? At first you'd learn the hardware and how the hardware would work, and then you'd learn compiler theory and how compilers work. And one of the things that we did in those classes is we built a virtual machine, so essentially a chip that functioned program-wise. You'd make a little program in C, C++, or what. I think he let you choose whatever language you wanted to use, whatever you're comfortable with. I think I did mine in D, which is a really awesome language, actually. So the first thing we'd do is we'd make a VM, a virtual machine, right, that would simulate a chip, and we'd have a basic instruction set for that chip. And then we'd make an assembler for it so we could assemble to it. And then, of course, later in the compiler class, we would make a compiler that would compile to the assembler, right? It was a really, really nice, fun thing to do that gave you a really good overview of how computer architecture worked. Nice. And one of the things that he offered for extra credit was you could take one of the final projects that we did in the virtual machine and assembler, and you could port it to a real architecture. And that last program that we did was, what the hell was it? Factorial, right? So we did a recursive factorial, a factorial calculation that would work recursively. So it means it would call its same function over and over and over, right? Until it calculated it off. So we'd have to convert that to a real architecture, and I did it as an extra credit project, and I converted it to the Commodore 64, which is funny too, because the Commodore 64 is an 8-bit system, so when it comes to factorial, it'll only do like factorial 5. I think it comes out to like 120 or something, because anything past that, they'll just flip its bits. But it was fun. It was fun. And I got to learn a lot about how the Commodore chip worked. Yeah, man. So I didn't get into DOS games until later. Like my first DOS computer, PC DOS computer was 286 era, right? So the first PC that I had was a 286 with a VGA card. So the only time I actually got to see like CGA style graphics were at friends' houses who had those. Because up until that time, our what the hell, dude? This level must be loaded. Up until that time, my family was a Commodore family. We started out with the Timex Sinclair 1000, which is a version of the ZX Spectrum from England, except more for an American market. Quickly went away from that because of its lack of capabilities. Moved over to the Commodore VIC-20, which was really awesome for a basic 8-bit machine. But then quickly moved to the Commodore 64 because the Commodore 64 was just awesome. It had full 16-bit memory addressing, which allowed it to have a full 64K of memory, unlike the VIC-20, which only had like 2K of memory, right? And then we went from the Commodore 64 to the Commodore Amiga instead of still going to DOS. And by that time, Commodore was just mismanaging itself into the ground. Jesus. Dark Warrior, that is not good. He's probably going to kick my ass. Oh, no. Got him. Nice. And I think one of the main reasons why we switched over to the PC instead of the Commodore, again, Commodore was being mismanaged into the ground, but I think at my dad's work, they'd bought him a PC for his office to do spreadsheets and stuff, and he wanted to be able to do that at home. So that got us two things. First off, it got us into the PC market, so we stopped using Commodores for that. It also made it to where I learned how to build my first personal computer, because after a while we found that using that 286 wasn't good for spreadsheets, because it still had the it still had 16-bit memory addressing, I believe, which only allowed it to address a certain amount of memory without a lot of accommodations, things like memory managers and stuff like that. You know, you would only be able to address that 640 kilobytes, and anything past that, you had to have like special memory managers to do it, and it made it really hard and sluggish. So we upgraded to our first 386, which had full 32-bit memory addressing. And we did that so my dad could do his spreadsheets a lot better. These guys. So we literally went and cannibalized all the parts that we could from that 286, which we had bought pre-made. Went and bought a motherboard and a case and built our own 386SX. And it wasn't until later that I learned what a SX and a 386SX and a 486SX, 386DX and a 386SX. They had both of them, right? So the SX didn't have a math coprocessor, which is just baffling to me today, because your computer, your Intel processor that you have, or AMD, whichever you use, is going to have several math coprocessors on the chip itself. And then you have your video card, which is essentially just a whole bank of thousands, depending on what type of video card you have, of course. There's a huge bank of thousands of math coprocessors. So you can think about it this way, because what a math coprocessor does is it allows your computer to do floating point calculations. So decimal numbers. It's used mainly for 3D graphics these days, right? So the first 386, the first 32-bit computer we had, still wasn't able to represent floating point numbers without doing massive calculations to do so. And it's kind of weird, you know, having experienced computer history like that, because you realize, you know, when the benchmarks happened. And then within the next, I don't know, five or so years, that's when they first came out with the early 3D cards, which were essentially, you know, same thing we have today, just you know, a lot smaller in scope. A card with a bunch of math coprocessors, just daisy chains, so it could do floating point calculations to calculate vectors and points and edges for 3D graphics. I gotta say, I've kind of missed. I haven't really done any programming lately since I graduated. I kind of miss it. I really did enjoy programming in C and C++. It was really fun, and I loved assembly language. When I took in my language theory class, my professor, one of the professor that I had for my language theory class at one point in time asked, you know, who liked programming and assembly, and I was like the only person who raised my hand. And it was funny too, because he knew me before that from other classes that I'd taken of his, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you would, Tom." And once you understand how assembly works, it's actually really easy. I mean, it has to be. It's a more simplified programming language, and it's all linear, top to bottom. You know, basically have a bunch of instructions, and you roll down the list and do them one at a time. Unless you're a multi-instruction processor, and then you do them in parallel. But that's a different story. Or a story for another time, I guess you could say. Nice! I'm level 8 already. That's awesome. I've done so well on this run. So let's head down. Kill this swordsman first. We'll probably stand to regenerate some hit points. Don't worry about that later. Okay, and away we go. What a fun game to play. I'm kind of glad I played it. I was almost reluctant. I almost backed it off and played Temple of Apshai Trilogy instead. But I'm glad I chose this one. Yeah, so far so good. So far so good. Doing about as good as I was on that first game, which is really awesome. We'll see how far we can make it. I got another 7 minutes. Maybe I'll do another block. It is Friday after all. Not like I have anywhere to go. What do I have to do today? Oh, yeah, so since it's the end of the week, I've kind of put off doing all of my video editing and everything. Oh, great, thank you. Oh, make me lose my map. Why not? I've kind of put off all my video editing for the end of the week, and I'm going to need to go through and render out all my video chunks and everything. Oh, shit, I just got to kick my ass. Oh, ow, oh. Shit, that was close. Yeah, it's always great when it happens at the very beginning. Dude, I'm like paranoid walking around with so little hit points. So yeah, I gotta render out all my video and then upload it. I figured I'd wait until I was done with the day's broadcast to do it, since I could do it all in just one chunk. So I'll probably be doing that all night. I guess what takes the longest is rendering out the videos. I think each 30-minute chunk takes about 7 minutes, so. Which is really strange, because all I'm doing is chopping it up. I'm really not doing... Well, no, I guess I am doing more than chopping it up. I'm also normalizing the volume and a few other things, so... Maybe it's more complex than I thought. Help if I had a better computer, but, you know. Maybe one day... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Who are you? Sure, I'll bite. A weak werebear. Oh, god damn it. I haven't found the temple yet, have I? I'm gonna have to come all the way back to this one friggin' spot of gold. Wunderbar! 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 Nope. More gold I can't pick up. Man, the gold's getting big. Starting to get it in lots of like 60, 70 gold pop. Which means I'm filling up like instantly. Shit, I should have got that secret item over there. Now I'm gonna go down there and hit it, and it's gonna zap my map. Oh, hey, found the temple. Awesome. Let's get that guy. Ooh, an invisibility spell. Let's go back and get that gold. Wow, 16 grand in XP, man. Yeah, I think that's better than the last run, right? I mean, that first run. Definitely better than the last run. Last run didn't last shit. Oh yeah, 2 piles of gold and I'm already at 129, man. I need another bag of holding badly. Oh, yep. There we go. Oh, come on. Come on, swordsman. Dark warrior. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna wait around near you. Are you fucking kidding me? Come on. Must be a billion monsters on here. Okay. Let's go back down and get this guy. So that dimension spider sucks. Those things will warp right to you. Okay, 30 hit points. Go back and kill that dark swordsman in a sec. Let's go ahead and lose our map on this little thing, right? Teleport. Bonk. Oh, hey, that's not bad. Let's see if we can get this dark warrior now. Jesus. Nice! Go get Mr. Spider here. Where the fuck did he go? Oh, there he is. Hey. Knock it off. Gone. Down to 25 hit points. I should go hit up that temple and rest for a sec. Okay. A little bit of fast forward here. Hopefully nothing will creep up on me. I guess 40 should be good. And of course we're back to having a Jaws theme from hell here. Monsters must be popping up left. Ooh, what we got here? Enchanted weapon, yes. I will take that, thank you very much. Please drive through. Jesus, dude. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Wow, that monk really, honked me a bit. Okay. Get a few of those hit points back. Where did we stop last time? What, 40? Yeah, let's do that. Even though I'm sure I have well more hit points at the top end than that. Jeez. Come on, almost done with the level, guys. Just gotta see if there's anything else worthwhile here. Like this thing. What is this? Healing potion. Oh, hey, Mr. Spider. I gotta pop you. You did. Are you kidding me, dude? How many creatures are on this level? Way too many. Weak troll? Come on. Thank you. Well, at least the Jaws theme's getting shorter. Nice. Well, I guess that's it. Oh, shit, I mentioned spider. And that is a break. This dimension spider almost kicked my butt. Go ahead and pause it there, and I will be back. Let's do one more block of this. This storm with the Game Design Lexicon. We're currently playing Sword of Fargoal on the Commodore 64. Music for the day is Catherine Wheel. If you like this stuff, follow me. If not, well, glad you showed up. And welcome back. This is Thorn with the Game Design Lexicon. We are going to do one more block of some Sword of Fargoal. Wonderful, wonderful Commodore 64 goodness. We're went ahead and moved myself back on the temple. Let's go ahead and speed it up a little, get some hit points going here, and then we'll head down a level. Let's see. This time we're going to go a little higher. Let's go up to, what, 60 or so? Oh. Looks like I got a dragon coming. These guys will whoop my butt. 39. Oh my god, Jesus, dude. Are you... Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. No. Oh, I vanquished him. Holy shit. With 12 hit points left. How about that? Ain't that some shit? Okay, let's go ahead and let it regen up again. Let's do another 60. So the sword, I just got done reading the manual. The sword is randomly put on a level 15 to 20. So you can find it on there. Now, one of the cool things about this... Oh, shit. It's doing some decent damage. I also read that your combat skill increases with how many people you... or how many creatures you fight. So, the more creatures you fight, the higher your combat skill gets. Let's go ahead and regenerate here. I also looked up the keys on how to use everything, so... Let's go ahead and kill some of these monsters here. Certainly no reason to go down if I can earn a little bit of combat skill to help me out. Was that a wyvern? A wyvern! Ouch. Gone. How about this? Oh, nice, nice. Also, you get more combat skill when you level, too, which is nice. Okay, Mr. Munkus is hurt and dead. That's what we wanted. Okay. Yeah, it's funny that the workforce services that I contacted literally over a week ago writes me at like the very end of Friday. It's like, Jesus, guys. Come on, kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Come on. Am I gonna... Oh, Jesus, I thought I was gonna have to run. Okay. Let's get that going up a bit. I don't like the fact that this temple's like right next to a staircase. But I guess that's not too bad. I can at least get my combat skill up with these assholes. Don't. Ow. Don't. Ow. Hey. Don't be doing that. Jesus, guys. So, there's a item in the game called a beacon, and apparently you can drop a beacon, and a beacon will make you invincible as long as you're on it. Also, if you hit your button while you're on the beacon, it'll teleport you to the temple instantly, which is really awesome. So, okay, the manual's not very big for this, obviously. So... 29, 25, 17. Oh, God. What? Holy sheep shit, dude. Are you kidding me? I decided to do another 30-minute block because my run was going great. Only to be, like, toasted. Dude, that guy did 17 hit points. He did 17 hit points on that last hit. That is so unfair. Okay. Well, that's a negatory. I'm not going to do another one. So we're going to go ahead and end it here. I know I just came back from break. It's only been not even 5 minutes. It's going to make a weird block for my thing. I'll probably just add it to the last one. Anyway, this has been Thorn with the Game Design Lexicon. We have been playing some Commodore 64 goodness. Let's see. 10 print. The game design lexicon 20 20, go to 10, and run. Bonk. There we go. Gotta love Commodore Basic. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and end it for the day. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm not sure I'm going to be streaming this weekend, but remember, we do stream Monday through Friday, noon p.m. Central Standard Time to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to join us, make sure you give us a follow here on Twitch or a subscribe over on YouTube if you want to watch any of our older content. Thank you. It's been a wonderful time.